Long ago, in a quiet village called Umweza, where the sun rose lazily over thick forest and golden farmlands, there lived a girl named Oma. Oma was not like the other girls in her village. Her skin was darker, her eyes were large and round, and her smile, though bright, showed teeth that grew unevenly. While others wore beads and danced at moon festivals, Oma stayed at the back, watching, wishing she could be part of their laughter. Whenever Oma walked through the marketplace, people whispered behind her back. "Chai, look at her face," one woman would murmur. "Who will marry that one?" another would say with pity. Her mother, Mama Neka, tried to comfort her. "My daughter, beauty is not only in the face but in the heart," she would say. But to Oma, those words felt light, like feathers against the heavy stone of rejection that pressed on her heart. So, Oma found peace in one place, the stream of Nzobi. The stream lay beyond the village, hidden under tall palm trees and singing birds. The water was so clear that you could see your reflection as if staring into a mirror polished by the gods. The elders often warned children not to go near it. "They say a spirit lives there," the old women whispered at night. "His name is Nzoku, the guardian of the stream. He watches those who come to his waters." But Oma was not afraid. She began visiting the stream every evening, carrying her calabash to fetch water. Sometimes she would sit by the edge and talk softly, not to anyone in particular, but to the air, the birds, and the rippling water. "If only I was beautiful," she would say. "If only the others saw me differently." The wind would sigh through the trees as if listening. The water would ripple, forming circles that danced away like tiny secrets. Days turned into weeks, and Oma's visits became a habit. She sang songs she made up, her voice soft and lonely. "O stream that never dries, carry my sorrow away. Give me joy, give me peace, and wash my shame today." Unbeknownst to her, someone was listening, someone older than the hills, powerful as the storm, and yet lonely as she was. His name was Nzoku, the spirit of Nzobi stream. Nzoku had lived for hundreds of years, bound to the waters by the gods to protect the forest and its secrets. He had seen many humans come and go, some washing, some fetching water, some praying for children or rain. But none had ever spoken to him the way Oma did. There was a sadness in her voice that touched something deep in him. At first, Nzoku only listened. Then, one evening, as the sun was setting and painting the water gold, he decided to appear. Oma sat by the stream, dipping her fingers in the cool water, when she heard a soft voice behind her. "Why do you cry by my waters every day, daughter of men?" Oma turned sharply. Standing before her was a tall young man, or so he seemed. His skin shimmered like wet bronze, and his eyes glowed faintly like the reflection of stars in the night river. His hair flowed like dark mist, and he wore a white cloth tied around his waist. Oma gasped. "Who are you?" The man smiled gently. "I am Nzoku, guardian of these waters. You have called to me many times with your songs." Oma trembled. She remembered the stories, the elders' warnings. Spirits could bless or curse, love or destroy. But the calm in Nzoku's eyes made her stay. "You heard me?" she asked softly. "Yes," Nzoku said. "And I have seen your heart. You are pure and kind, though your people do not see it." Tears welled in Oma's eyes. "They laugh at me. They say I am ugly. No one wants to be near me." Nzoku looked at her long and deeply. "The world often mocks what it does not understand. But tell me, Oma, if I could give you beauty, would you take it?" Oma hesitated. "Beauty? Like the other girls?" "More than them," Nzoku replied, his voice deep and echoing like flowing water. "The kind of beauty that turns heads and silences mockers." Oma's heart raced. "But at what cost?" Nzoku smiled faintly. "No cost that will harm you, little one. I only ask that you remember me, always. Come to my waters every moon, and never forget where your beauty came from. Oma looked into the stream. Her reflection trembled, the uneven teeth, the dark skin, the lonely eyes. Then she looked up at the spirit. If it will make them see me as human, yes. I accept. Nzoku stepped closer. The air shimmered. The water rose from the stream, swirling around Oma like a silver mist. It touched her face, her hands, her hair. She felt warmth, like the sun kissing her skin. When the mist cleared, Oma gasped. Her reflection had changed. Her skin glowed like polished gold. Her eyes shone like amber. Her hair, once tangled, now flowed smooth and dark like river silk. Even her smile, once mocked, now glimmered like moonlight. Nzoku looked at her and smiled sadly. Now, you carry my gift. But remember, a true beauty still lives in the heart. Oma turned to thank him, but he was gone. Only the sound of rippling water remained. When Oma walked back to Yumu's, carrying her calabash, people stopped and stared. Who is that? A man whispered. She looks like a goddess, another gasped. Even her mother almost fainted when she saw her. Oma. Is it truly you? Oma smiled shyly. It's me, Mama. From that day, Oma became the talk of the village, not as the ugly girl anymore, but as the most beautiful maiden anyone had ever seen. Suitors came from near and far. The same girls who once mocked her now begged to braid her hair and walk beside her. Oma was happy, or so she thought. But deep inside, she could not forget the spirit by the stream. His calm eyes, his kind voice. Every full moon, she went back to the stream to sing and thank him. Unknown to her, someone else was watching too, a jealous young man named Obidi, who had once mocked her but now desired her more than anything. And jealousy, in the heart of men, can be more dangerous than any spirit. The moon rose high above Umueze village, silver and soft, spreading its light across the rooftops and palm trees. The air was alive with the hum of crickets and the smell of roasted yam drifting from cooking fires. Oma sat outside her mother's hut, brushing her long black hair that now shimmered like river silk. She was the pride of the village, the kind of beauty that drew songs and whispers wherever she passed. Yet, inside her heart, she felt a quiet emptiness. Every full moon, she still visited the stream of Nzobi, keeping her promise to Nzoku, the spirit who had changed her life. Each time she came, she would kneel by the water and whisper, "Nzoku, I am grateful. You gave me what the world denied me." And sometimes, when the wind rustled softly through the trees, she would hear his voice, gentle and deep, like the murmur of water. Never forget, Oma. Your heart is still the truest mirror. But humans, no matter how grateful, can be easily distracted by praise and attention. That year, Umueze prepared for the Festival of Beauty, a celebration held once every 10 harvests. Maidens from every neighboring village came to dance before the elders, who would choose the daughter of the moon, the most beautiful girl in all the land. Oma's name filled every mouth. Who else but Oma, people said. Even the moon would hide her face beside her. Girls who once mocked her now carried her wrappers and jewelry. Boys carved her name on tree barks. Among them was Obidi, the son of a rich palm wine tapper. He had mocked Oma years ago when she was called ugly. But now, he wanted her for himself. He followed her everywhere, bringing gifts, coconuts, beads, smoked fish. Oma thanked him politely but showed no interest. Her heart was not stirred by Obidi's flattery. But Obidi was not the kind of man to accept rejection. One evening, as Oma prepared to leave for the stream, her mother warned, "The festival is near, my daughter. You should rest. Spirits are not to be toyed with during such times." Oma smiled. "Mama, Nzoku has never harmed me. He is my friend." But that night, when Oma reached the stream, something felt different. The water was restless, swirling in small circles. The air smelled of rain though the sky was clear. Then she heard Nzoku's voice. Oma, you must be careful. There are eyes watching you from the shadows. Some hearts are filled with envy. Promise me, do not let pride or false love lead you astray. Oma frowned. I have done nothing wrong, Nzoku. Why would anyone wish me harm? Because beauty draws not only admiration but jealousy, the spirit said sadly. Remember your promise, come to the stream every moon, and never let greed cloud your soul. Oma nodded. I will not forget. But behind the trees, Obidi was watching. He had followed her quietly, hidden by darkness. And what he saw that night filled him with fear and rage, Oma speaking to water that shimmered and whispered back. She must be a witch, he muttered to himself. No wonder she became beautiful overnight. The next morning, Obidi went to the village square, shouting, Oma's beauty is not from God or man, she got it from a water spirit. People gasped. What? Oma. The one who fetches water at the cursed stream. Obidi nodded. I saw it with my own eyes. She talks to the water at night. She is possessed. The news spread faster than Harmattan fire. By evening, everyone in Umuse whispered and pointed when Oma passed. Mama Neko's daughter is not human. She used charms to be beautiful. She must be punished before she brings a curse upon us. When Oma heard the rumors, her heart broke. The same people who once praised her now feared her. Even her mother wept. Oma, my child, she said, holding her close, tell me the truth. Is it true you speak to spirits? Oma hesitated. Mama, I didn't use any charms. I only spoke to Nzoku, the spirit of the stream. He pitied me and blessed me. Mama Neko trembled. Oh child, spirits give nothing freely. You must not go to that stream again. But Oma could not bear to stay away. Nzoku had been kind to her when no one else was. He was her only friend. That night, when everyone slept, she slipped out quietly and walked to the stream once more. Unbeknownst to Oma, Obidi and a few village men had followed her again. They carried torches, charms, and ropes. When she reached the stream, she called softly, Nzoku, my friend, I am here. The water rippled, glowing faintly. Nzoku rose from it, his form shining like moonlight on silver sand. Oma, he said, his voice filled with sadness, you should not have come tonight. I sense danger in the air. Oma looked around. Danger. Before Nzoku could answer, Obidi and his men burst from the bushes, shouting, there. The witch is calling her demon. They threw a charm into the water, and instantly, the stream hissed and bubbled like boiling oil. Nzoku let out a cry that echoed through the forest. Oma screamed, no. Don't hurt him. The men grabbed her roughly. You will confess what evil you have done. Obidi shouted. Oma struggled. He is not evil. He saved me. But the men did not listen. They dragged her away while Nzoku's voice thundered through the forest. Oma, remember my warning. Do not break your promise. That night, the stream turned dark as ink. Fish floated to the surface, lifeless. The trees around it withered. Back in the village, strange things began to happen. The wells dried up. The air became heavy. Children fell sick. Even the moon hid behind thick clouds. The elders gathered, frightened. We have angered the spirit of Nzobi, they whispered. He has taken offense. Oma, locked in her mother's hut, wept bitterly. Nzoku. I didn't mean for this to happen. The next night, she dreamt of the stream. Nzoku appeared to her in the vision, pale and weak, his glow dimmed. Oma, your people's fear has poisoned the waters. Only you can make it right. Oma knelt, sobbing. Tell me how. Come to the stream at dawn. Bring nothing but your heart. I will do the rest. When Oma woke, she knew what she had to do. Before the first cock crowed, Oma slipped out quietly once again. The forest was silent except for the whisper of the wind. She reached the stream and gasped. The water was black and cold. "Nzoku," she cried. "I am here." From the center of the dark water, Nzoku rose, weak, fading, his once shimmering form now gray. "Oma," he said softly, "you came. You still remember." Oma knelt by the shore. "Forgive them, Nzoku. They don't understand. Please, don't let the village suffer." Nzoku smiled faintly. "I do not wish for vengeance. But balance must be restored." He raised his hand, and the stream began to glow again. "Oma, give me your hand." She reached out. Their fingers touched, warm against cold, mortal against spirit. The water rose around them, swirling faster and faster, until it formed a shining whirlpool of light. When the light faded, Oma was gone. In her place, by the stream, lay a single flower glowing with golden petals. The water cleared, sparkling once more. The trees straightened. Birds began to sing again. By morning, the villagers came to the stream and found the flower floating on the water. Mama Neka cried out, "It is Oma. My child has become a spirit of the stream." And from that day, whenever girls came to fetch water, they saw their reflections sparkle with a faint golden glow, a blessing of beauty that came from within. Years passed. The story of Oma and Nzoku spread far and wide. People no longer mocked others for their looks, for they remembered the girl who had taught them that true beauty begins in the heart. And sometimes, when the moonlight touched the stream just right, villagers said they could see two reflections dancing together on the water, one human, one spirit, smiling forever.